All right, so now we're going to switch gears a tad bit more. We're going to talk about personal finance. Once I graduated high school, about 18 years old, I started getting what's called credit card offers. Have any of you guys received any credit card offers? Yes or no? 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 So by the time you turn 18, you're probably married, right? And when I got credit cards and they're offered, guess what I consider those things to be? Free money. Not free money to buy income-producing assets that gave me passive income, but free money to buy Jordans. Free money to take somebody out, a young lady, for instance, to Applebee's 2 for $20. Right? That's what I saw credit cards as. Right? So as I began to buy these things with credit cards, I was working at a job, so I thought I was good. Gucci, right? But it came to the point where, unfortunately, what's that?
You have to pay them back.
You have to pay them back. But it came to the point, I was in college now, where I lost my job. So I lost my job, so now I'm living off the credit cards to pay my bills. To the point, I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'll get a new credit card offer in the mail, transfer the balances to another credit card, get another credit card in the mail, transfer that balance to that card, and kept trying to repeat that process until it caught to me. No more credit card offers in the mail. So as a result of getting all these credit cards and charging them up for toys, shoes, clothes, stuff I didn't need, as well as to provide for my own living expenses, then when I ran out of income, guess what happened at that point?
You were in debt.
In debt. But what happened to my credit?
Your credit score fell bad.
My credit score went down dramatically. So this debt that I was delinquent on reflected on my credit report. Are you guys familiar with credit reports?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's a credit report?
A credit report is because it's like your credit score, or it's basically your report says what your credit history, and it shows how trustworthy you are with money.
That's true. It proves your credit worthiness as a borrower. But guess what? The only report that matters after school is your credit report, not your report card.
Yeah.
You can't go to your bank with your report card and ask for financing. They will laugh at you, right? They don't care about your 4.0 GPA when you're trying to borrow money. Okay, they don't care about that number, that 4.0. What they do care about is your FICO score. So what is a FICO score?
I think it's like take a number out of 800 and so.
Yeah, that's good, girl. You've been studying up. All right, so you guys heard what she said? Yeah, it's a little bit higher, like 850, but she's very close to it. So it's a numerical representation, your FICO score is a numerical representation of your credit worthiness as a borrower. So if you had to quantify your reputation on how well you pay back your debts, that's what your FICO score is. The lower your FICO score, what does that mean?
The worse your credit score is, so people are not willing to give you money.
Right, the less you're perceived, or the more you're perceived as a less credit-worthy, the lower your FICO score equals you being perceived as a poor payer of debts. The higher your FICO score means you have a high reputation of paying your debts on time. Okay? So if you bite off more than what you can chew, and if you're not repaying your debts in a timely fashion, it will be reflected on your credit report. Okay? But I didn't know that back then. I just thought credit cards were free money. Okay? So your goal is to have a FICO score as high as possible. I'll say above the 680. So if you get credit cards in the mail, it's okay to accept them, but just don't use them. If you're 18, 19 years old, and you're in college, and you have a scholarship, or your parents are helping you out with financing, or you have a job, however you're funding your education, try your best not to use your credit cards. But just to keep them is important. Why? Because the age of your credit card accounts reflects positively on your credit report. The longer you have an account open, the better. That had to happen. I was about 17, 18. I got a credit card for Old Navy. At one point, I used to shop there, and I was like, I ain't shopping here no more. You know, I'm trying to go to Macy's or something like that. So I stopped shopping at Old Navy. And then when I said, you know, I'm not going to shop here no more and cancel the card, my credit score went down. I'm like, why would my credit score go down? Then I realized, oh, it's the age of the accounts. The longer you have an account open, the better. So you never want to close accounts, even if you're not using it. Even if it's a department store credit card like Old Navy, just keep it open as long as possible. So you guys understand what a credit report is, correct? Okay. What else is important with personal finance outside of credit? I'll say you get money right now. When you get $10, how should you get that money up?
Banks.
80-20.
Say it again?
80% and 20%.
All right, let me draw, that's a good question. Let me draw some images. Let's say you had 3 buckets, right? Y'all see this over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it. Let's say you had 3 buckets. The bucket's all jacked up. Who cares? Let's say you had 3 buckets. And let's say you got $1. How should you split that dollar up in those 3 buckets? Okay, so for every dollar you obtain, $1. 10% of it, 10 cents, goes to savings. So if I got my credit cards, now imagine if I would have known this at 18 years old. And let's say I fell on hard times, I couldn't pay my credit cards. But if I had savings, that probably would have helped me out. Right? This is for a rainy day. This is for emergency. This is the crazy part about life. And even many people say, oh man, you know, I fell on hard times, my car broke down. Oh man, my house payment so-and-so, I got laid off from my job. Like, bro, the unexpected always happens. You can expect the unexpected. Things will always go wrong. Anything that's man-made is bound to break down. That should be a given. So why wouldn't you set money aside for those situations? In my opinion, it's idiotic. I own a lot of real estate. Do you think it's possible that a toilet make it clogged up? The roof needs replaced? Of course. But I have to put money aside in reserves, savings, just in case. It's common sense. So for every dollar you get, starting today, if you get $1, whether it's through allowance, you work at your job, get 3 buckets. You can actually, you can literally get 3 buckets out of it and put a dime into savings. Just don't touch it. It's for a rainy day, emergencies, the unexpected. I'm teaching you guys personal finance here. Life lessons. Many adults don't know this, but you're learning now. Okay. So that's what I'm doing now with my time. I'm being charitable with my time too. Most people pay me just to sit in your seats, at least $200 to get an hour worth of my time. But if it's one-on-one, they're paying $5,000. Ain't that true, Rudy?
Yep.
For me to coach an adult, they're paying me $5,000 for 2 hours of my time. That's $2,500 an hour. You're getting it for free. Okay, so I really want y'all to take note of this. So $1, you put 10 cents in savings. Now you get another investment here. So let's pick back on Mercy's example of the online business or video games or cutting grass. In my situation, I didn't have the money for a lawnmower, so I borrowed it. But what if I had an investment bucket? That every dollar I got, I put 10 cents in there. So instead of keep paying someone to rent their equipment, I can say, hey, it'd be better for me to buy my own lawnmower, to buy my own weed whacker. And then I can do that for every dollar I made, I put 10 cents in the investment bucket. So the savings bucket is used to hedge against the what ifs, the things that can go wrong. This is actually to grow so you can become wealthy. Okay? And I explained the charity bucket. The charity bucket is to prove to the world that you're a good human being. So even though I might say things that sound unconventional, what do you mean charity? Trust me, you'll make a lot more money because you're getting outside of yourself. You're proving to the world, to the universe, to God, whatever you believe in, that, hey, I'm a selfless human being. I'm thinking about my fellow man. And you'll see, you'll tend to make way more money as a result. So then what's left over?
The money you can use right now.
70 cents.
Yes, specifically 70 cents, right? So what do you do with the 70 cents?
Living?
Living. You do whatever you want with it. 70 cents. So for every dollar you obtain, that whole dollar is not for you to spend on your living expenses. Not at all. You get those 3 buckets or 3 bank accounts, however you want to save it, put it aside. Again, it can be a bank account, it can be buckets, in your mattress, 3 different areas, however you want to store that capital, your cash. After 30 cents is taken from the top, the other 70 cents is yours to spend, however you want to spend it. If you start this now, while you're a teenager, who knows, by the time you're 30 years old, you can quit your job too. You might be doing it even sooner, it could be 25, right after college. And then you'll be able to do whatever you please at your time. So my thing was real estate. Many people don't care about real estate. But I say this, whatever asset it is or business it is, just create it to the point it frees up your time. Then you can use your time to pursue your passion. Whether it's giving back to high school students on a Wednesday morning, or whether it's you just helping people. It could be philanthropic, what's the word? Philanthropic activities? Yeah, whatever you said, yeah. It could be that activity, or it could be just, you know what? I enjoy playing sports. I enjoy pets. I enjoy traveling. I want to travel the world. You can do whatever your time. You can do whatever you want with your time. Because you follow this, creating businesses, and you're also proving that this, personal finance.